Welcome to the Vision and Purpose podcast, where we dive deep into the lives of incredible people who have made a mark on the world. Join us as we explore the journeys, stories, and passions of individuals who have achieved extraordinary feats, shattered barriers, and inspired us all. And now your host, Dr. Sharon H. Porter. Hello and welcome to the Vision and Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Sharon H. Porter, and today we are joined by the multi-talented Milon V. Parker, actress, filmmaker, director, and producer. She has made waves in the entertainment industry. She creates powerful stories and uplifts diverse voices through her work. Milon hails from Chicago, Illinois, and her films are currently available on various streaming platforms such as Peacock, Tubi, Amazon, and YouTube. Milon V. Parker, welcome to Vision and Purpose Podcast.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I am truly excited to have you as a guest. And whenever I have creatives that I'm talking with, I'm always fascinated about the journey. So I would just love for you to just start out by telling us a little bit about your background, and then how did you become an actress, a filmmaker, a producer, and what inspired you to be in the entertainment industry?
Oh, wow. Well, I can go all the way back from when I was 5, and I remember posing in front of pictures for my dad. That's where it started, from modeling. But it really started pretty much, I used to model. So I used to model from, like, I want to say 2005 into like 2009. Then I started doing plays, and I ended up writing a book, which is actually The Lies We Tell But the Secrets We Keep. I wrote that book, and initially, because I had been in a play, I wanted to make it a play. But when I came in contact with a filmmaker who I was in her first film, I had her read it, and she said we definitely should make this into a movie. So we ended up making it into a movie, and then the fans loved it so much. They wanted a part 2, then a part 3, and a part 4. And then I ended up doing a spin-off on it. And that's pretty much where it all happened from, just from modeling. Modeling pretty much opens doors pretty much at the time to get into acting. So it really came from modeling.
I love that. And so this filmmaking, because I had an opportunity to look at several of the films that you've created, and what motivates you when you're actually creating films? Like, do you draw from personal experiences, or are there particular themes or stories that you're just passionate about that you want to tell?
Honestly, I can truly say every film that I wrote, it either had some kind of experience to it or knowledge of it. Like, for example, the last part 1, we all know it's about secrets and lies, people like being deceitful. So, I mean, in my past, I've dated people, straight women, who were, not honest about their sexuality, or, being curious. And some of it has been life experience, not to the extreme of, what the ending happens, but it happens in the end. But yeah, so, and then More Than Friends, it was pretty much based on my childhood best friend. I had a crush on her in 3rd grade, but we never, had any dealings after that. We just became best friends and then just grew apart as we got older. But I pretty much write about, like I said, things that I've either experienced, have knowledge of, and also, like, I feel like we don't have a lot of like movies about, what we go through or what we experience. So I wanted to bring it to the forefront so people like me can see ourselves on the TV because we can relate to it, you know?
And that actually that really leads me to representation in media. And so, how do you feel, or what's your stance on the current state of representation in film and television? And then, what do you think it's going to take? What's necessary to continue pushing for diversity and inclusion in media?
Well, I mean, right now, I would say the doors have opened even more tremendously. They really have. It's slowly but surely coming. It's so many other movies that I ran across that they are out there. They're just probably not mainstream and we don't know about it. I think Lena Waithe has done, a good job of, bringing it to the forefront when she was on that series. I forget the name of it. When she did the Thanksgiving dinner, I guess brought her girlfriend on. So that was one that was like kind of mainstream. People saw that. And that's what pretty much I think, helped with her as far as like people accepting the LGBT because she's in the limelight now and won that Emmy. So I think that really, really helped. And then she did The Shy here in Chicago. So it's like doors are starting to open more and more. I think it just take, for more, people to understand the LGBT community. I'm sorry, LGBTQ plus. I know you got to add all the, letters and stuff, but I think it really take for people to understand that we're just like them. We just, we love who we love, and we shouldn't, pretty much just, I don't know, I just feel like they shouldn't down us just because of who we love. And I think it really, like I said, it goes to pretty much people understanding us. Understand we all have the same issues in life. It's just, we're just who we are. So
Okay. And so, what about the challenges? Because nothing, I don't care what it is, comes without challenges, right? And so, just thinking about some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the entertainment industry, first as a woman of color, then
mhm.
as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, and how have you navigated through those challenges, or are you still navigating them?
Oh my God. Whew. I can truly say it's been a journey and I'm still going through it. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but working with men, that is so difficult because I'm a dominant female. I know what I want, I know what I like. But at the same time, I don't feel like I get the same respect as a man would get from another man. They feel like they could BS me, string me along. I'm actually going through that right now. I've gone through that within the last year and a half with my current movie that I'm waiting to get on streaming platforms. I've just been through so much with pretty much men. And I think it's because of the level of respect that they don't have for me because I'm not a man or I'm not some feminine female that they pretty much could like flirt with. And because sometimes that make it hard because some women may or may not, but still they look at me like, oh no, I know she not going, so I'm gonna take my time, dude. Just keep putting billable clients ahead of me, which that's what I've experienced within the last year and a half at this very moment, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's very frustrating, and it really makes me want to work with an all-female crew because I feel like we respect each other's time, you know, just everything, as far as so yeah,
Interesting. Right.
yeah.
Quite interesting. Now, how do you balance all of this? I mean, you write, you act in your films and produce, like you wear so many different hats. How do you manage those different roles, and do you have a preference for one over the other?
Listen, when you talk about balance, listen, not only I do that, I'm married with two dogs and a full-time other job. So it is extremely hard, but I feel like, if this is something that you really want, you just gotta balance your time. You gotta make time for it because like if this is my passion, it's my baby. So I just try to make the most time. But as far as the acting and everything, it's crazy because I love directing, I love writing, I love acting. And I really don't know which one I love the most. I love being in front of the screen and bringing a character to life, but I also love writing and bringing that story to life. So it's pretty hard to say which one I love the most because I love it all.
Okay, and that's why you do it all, right?
Yes, yes.
I
And, and,
love
and I do
it.
it all because like not everybody has my vision either,
That's right.
you know?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
it's
And
hard. It
so,
is.
and that really brings a good point because when you have, I guess, it in your mind, because I guess that's where it starts, right? That
Mhm.
thought, that
Thought,
creative
yes.
process.
Thought, yes.
Yes. So how do you actually move from idea to execution? Like, what is that process like?
Okay, so it's crazy. I could be watching TV or just something cross my mind. And I just be thinking like, that'd be a great movie. That's something I've never heard of. Excuse me. So what I would do is I would put that in my notes and then I would go back to it. I would say, okay, now what would make this a dope storyline? Like I think of everything, the beginning, the middle, and the end, but I really think about the end first. Normally the outcome. Then I just
Mhm.
piece it together. So it's pretty much just like you come up with that first thought and you like, I know what this could be. And I know how I'm taking, I know the next person will be like, That's pretty dope. You know, so that's pretty much what I do.
I love that. S- when you see your work, as you talk, the outcome, when you see that on film, on screen, right? What do you hope the impact will be to those who are watching it? Like, is there a particular message? Is there a feeling that you want your viewers to walk away with after watching one of your films?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I can say, like, for the lies we tell, pretty much I wanted people to understand, like, as far as when you play with fire by, like, messing with women and men at the same time, what the outcome may be, you know? And that's real life. We've heard so many different stories about situations where people, messing with different people, whether even a straight or gay, but still the fact that you're being deceitful, you know? And the whole thing would it's crazy because I got a Christmas movie that's supposed to be coming out this year. And the synopsis of it is pretty much I played a lead actor, of course. My girlfriend, her family doesn't know she's a lesbian. So I want to go with her to meet her family for Christmas, but she hasn't introduced them to me yet. So my friend convinces me to pretend like I'm a guy. So yeah, so I dress up with a goatee and everything to pretend like I'm a guy until of course it backfires. And at the movie premiere, I got exactly what I wanted, especially for my family who was not as accepting. My grandmother came to the movie premiere and for so long, I'm not gonna say she didn't accept me, but she was just so proud. And it meant so much because this was the first movie premiere she's been to. And for her to see it, I think they gotta understand it because the message behind it was here it is. I pretended to be a guy just so her family would accept her and I. When some people they just want love from their family, they just want to be accepted. No matter who I love, the love that you have for me should be bigger than the love that I have for someone else. It's because you love me that much. You know, so I did get the feedback that I wanted. Everybody was so happy, like, oh my God, like so many straight people was coming up to me like, man, your movie really like opened my eyes. Like I see it different and I thank you. Your movie helped me to understand my child. So
I love that. And do you said understanding, and do you think that that is the culprit, that there is a lack of
absolutely.
understanding? Because,
Absolutely.
there's one thing to accept or not accept, but do you think the understanding is the real culprit?
I do because I feel like a lot of people fear what they don't understand, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
Now
Think
you've been in this game for a while now. Do you mentor? Do you help other filmmakers? Because I'm sure, of course, because I'm a give back type of person, right? And so I'm always interested to know once a person, actually, you can be at any level to help someone else,
right, absolutely.
right? So do you have any mentors? Do you have the time to actually help other aspiring filmmakers?
Well, I help them, but not in a physical form, only because I have so much going on myself. But a lot of filmmakers do hit me up. They ask me for advice. They'll tell me, hey, what is the most thing I'm about to film? Like a guy hit me up. He's like, what is the number one thing you think I should look out for? I say your audio.
Mm,
Make sure your audio is on point because a person could watch a not so good movie, and if the audio is good, it's cool. But if the movie's good and the audio is
that's
terrible,
so true.
they don't want to listen to it. They like, I can't get past the noise.
Yes.
So I do that, and like a lot of people do hit me up for advice about where they could get distribution deals or how do
Mhm.
they start up. And I definitely give advice because I'm not a gatekeeper.
I was getting ready to
I mean,
say,
no,
that's
it's,
right.
we all can make it.
Yes, I
This is your
love
goal, your
that.
dream.
I
Just
love
go
that
for it.
because
But the only thing
gatekeeping is real and it's
it
out. People are
is,
out
I
there holding
know.
everything to the chest.
I like that.
So
I
I
share
like
everything.
that's
Only thing
awesome.
I don't share is they want me to produce and fund it. I'm like, I can't do that.
Right, right.
I only fund my
Absolutely.
own movies. I can't fund nobody.
Absolutely.
I'll take a gamble on me, but I can't
Right.
take it else. I just can't. You know.
I love that. Oh my God. So do
Yeah.
you have a favorite project? I know that's probably like a loaded question, but is there something that you've put out that you really absolutely love?
This Christmas movie.
Okay.
I think this is like one of my best. And my wife helped me co-write it.
Okay. And it'll be out when?
It'll be out this Christmas. It's crazy
Okay.
because I'm actually, as we speak, before I got on the call, and speaks with so many different distributors who I'm trying to weigh my options with who I want to go to. It's
Oh,
so hard.
wow.
It's so hard because
Wow.
it's my baby, because
Wow.
it's such a good movie. So I'm just like, I don't know who I want to go with. And the time is
Wow.
running out. So I gotta decide. But I definitely say the Christmas movie. Definitely,
Wow.
you know.
Okay, yeah, you get the audience like, okay, I gotta watch this now.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So let's do a glimpse into the future here.
Okay.
What are some of your future aspirations that you can share? Because I know not everyone wants to share everything, but something that you can share that you aspire to do in the entertainment industry that you've not yet done.
Can it be like working with certain people?
Absolutely.
I want to meet Regina Hall.
Okay.
I want to work with her. I want to act with her. I think she's so hilarious. You know, I've been on set with Tyler Perry, All the Queen's Men. I had an episode in it that I was in. Just that little small time being on, set with him, I was just so impressed and inspired just looking at him because he's so tall. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm right here
Wow.
standing next to him. So I want to experience that again.
Wow.
Not just for that one day. I want to be on set with him, like learning
Yes.
from him and possibly being one of his actresses.
I
That's
love that. And if you can't answer this, it's okay. All of now that you mentioned Tyler Perry, and I just think, I don't know, I just want to hear your take on it because as you are, you're like you said, you're funding this yourself.
Mhm.
You're producing, you're doing everything. The backlash that, Tyler Perry and maybe others are getting, what is your thought on that? Like just your raw thought.
I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest and also be respectful.
Okay.
A lot of people call me the female version of Tyler Perry, right? Produce, direct, act in our own movies. He has his own loyal, dedicated fans, and so do I. Some
Hmm.
people may or may not like what he does. Some people may not like what I do. But in the end, it's for our loyal, dedicated fans who love no matter what we do. And that's just the gist of it. Like,
Okay.
I love him. I love his work. I mean, sometimes I see what people be saying about certain things,
Hmm.
and I'll be like, hey, but this is just him. Y'all know this
Hmm.
is nothing new. He's been doing this. So
Exactly.
he has his dedicated fans. So if this is what's making him do good, who are you all to say it's
Exactly.
terrible, it's not there if they love it, you know?
And I guess you also have to know that people are going to talk, they're going to be
Exactly.
naysayers, they're
Yes.
going to be negative Nancy's. So I
Yes.
think it all comes with the territory.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's
Some
it's
people probably
unfortunate.
it is, but I mean, it is what
Yeah.
it is. Nobody's gonna like everything. Like some people
Everything.
probably criticize some of my movies.
Hmm.
Why does all her movies have to be LGBT? And it's crazy because a family member asked me that, like, your movies are good, but why don't you try to make a straight movie? I said, what? I mean, but this person loves me, but I just said no. I make movies for my community because we want to see ourselves on TV because we don't get that opportunity as much. So I said, it's some straight people in there and there's some gay people in there. So, it's for my people.
Okay. I love it. So, how does your personal vision and sense of purpose influence the stories that you choose to tell? I know you said earlier that, a lot of them have elements of your experience. But definitely, I know your vision is there. But what about your sense of purpose?
You mean as far as like past experience, as far as
The stories that you bring on there, does your vision and your sense of purpose influence the stories that you tell?
absolutely,
Yeah, I can
absolutely,
imagine that.
because that's what makes it real,
Hmm.
you know. So absolutely.
I like that. So it's just, so I said Tubi, Amazon, Peacock, YouTube. How do you choose? And that's like you said, you're trying to see who's going to distribute this Christmas movie. What are some of the ways that you have to make that decision, and what do you base it on?
Uh, um, I base it on the distribution company. I base it on the term, like how long will I have to be in this contract? Is there a marketing fee? Is there a signing bonus? Like is this like the whole percentage rate? Is this
Hmm.
80/20? Is this 70/30? I base it on all that. Then I also base it on like the knowledge of the company, you know, or the person. Like so that's why I'm sort of like, who do I go with? Because
Right.
like I know. I don't know them all personally, but some I do. So I'm just really trying to make sure I'm doing what's best for my film, you know.
I really love that. And so I don't know, it just seems that you definitely know, and you said you know exactly what you want. You go for it. What's your advice or suggestions to those who are really trying to get their footing in it, whether it's filmmaking, actressing, producing, it could be all the above as you are doing. But what is your words of encouragement or wisdom for those aspiring to do that?
I would definitely have to say this. This is a tip, a film tip. If you're wanting to get out there more and you really don't know how, create your own movie and star in it. That's what I did.
I love
I
that.
created my own movie and I starred in it, produced it. I learned as I went along and I
Wow.
perfected it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I went to school, Illinois Institute of Art, and I got a
Hmm.
degree in media arts animation, which gave me hands-on with everything. But after that, by me being in other people movies too, and then just doing my own, it gave me even more experience.
Wow.
That's what I
I
love.
love it. Oh my God. This has been such a pleasure getting to know you just a little more, hearing, just your journey. And I want to let my listeners know that a full feature will be in the print up of an upcoming issue of Vision and Purpose Lifestyle magazine. So not only do you get this interview, but we'll go into further about some of her films in the upcoming issue. So Milon, if you would take this time and this space to share, where can people connect with you? Where can they follow you? And where they can catch your films?
Absolutely. You all can check out my website, milonvparker.com. Subscribe. You'll see all my movies on there. You'll get updates of casting calls. We always casting for crew, cast. Also, you can follow me on YouTube, Milon V Parker 1. Instagram, Milon V Parker Film. TikTok, Milon V Parker. Facebook, Milon V Parker. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All
So
right, there you have it, folks. Milon V. Parker. I'm just super excited that we had this opportunity to have you as a guest, and we look forward to your feature in the print magazine. And to our viewers and to our listeners, we thank you as well. We thank you for joining us on this journey as we explore the depths of Milon's vision and purpose. Please remember, your vision is the compass guiding you through life, and your purpose is the fuel that propels you forward. Keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep pursuing your purpose. Every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of that purpose. I am your host, Dr. Sharon H. Porter, and until next time, live life with vision and purpose. Thank you for joining another episode of Vision and Purpose Podcast. Please share, like, and subscribe. Please join us every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.